looking forward, and home has many meanings. It's not only my childhood, where I grew up. It's not only the pieces that I've used to play, so the album will have Schumann Concerto, but also the Kinderszenen. So
Kinderszenen, yeah. The childhood scenes, right?
Yeah, dedicated to children, dedicated to family life, and it's miniatures that tells us about stories of family and children, which I used to play when I was a child, and now I'm discovering them in a different way, and I would like to keep the innocence that they have in it. But home, you know, we're travelers. We travel the world. We're never really at home. We're always somewhere else. And I would also like to give this feeling of home to whoever listens the disc. So it's about feeling at home.
That's wonderful. And I think that feeling of home is not only about the comfort zone, but it's also a certain nostalgia. And I think it's something that we find in the music by these great romantic composers like Schumann, like Brahms, like Mahler, like many other composers who are able to capture that feeling of nostalgia, that feeling of the memory, the souvenir of what life was like in the innocence of childhood. And Schumann was certainly no exception to this. His music had this genius of innocence in it, despite the tortured soul that he might have been. There was this wonderful personality that was full of fantasy. And how do you find that romantic personality in the interpretation of the music of the Schumann Concerto or in the Kinderszenen?
Well, I think it's the combination. He was always battling with his inner voices and outside world, and he used to put everything together in the music pages. So we have, like we were saying, feeling at home. It can have many layers, and also a lot of opposite feelings. As you feel comfortable, but you also want to escape sometimes.
Once you go home, you realize why you left home in the first place.
Right. So and you love people, but you also sometimes hate them, or you know. And I think we're trying together. And once again, I'm so grateful for the work we're doing, because I think we're trying to put all this.
What's so interesting is with Schumann. And this feeling of coming home, you know, there's an expression by Carl Jung who said that children know the answers to everything, and we spend the rest of our lives trying to figure out the questions to ask. And so when you listen to Kinderszenen, when you listen to Schumann's piano concerto, there's something about that. There's a truth that one can find in the music. And that can be the truth about life, the truth about love, the truth about spirituality, the truth about nature, the truth about anything that are these absolutes that we experience in life. And yet, as you go through the music, you understand that Schumann is asking these questions in the process.
Yes.
So is it in the articulation? Is it in the phrasing? It is in the gesture? Is it in the dynamics? It is in the totality of the music that one finds this dialogue between question and answers in the music. And essentially that is consistent with the theme of home and the theme of music, because it is at home where we learn everything about life, and then we go out into the world and we try to apply what we've learned into the lessons of our life.
Wow. And we try to feel at home. We'll try.
Exactly. We bring our home wherever we can go.